This week, Garda Commissioner Drew Harris called for legislation to allow for a backdoor key to encrypted messaging services like WhatsApp and iMessage. Sarah, your whole life spent on your phone. Would you be happy if the guards could access all your private data?
No, anytime I hear like backdoor access, I just think, not for me. So, I mean, if a load of guards want backdoor access from me, they're barking up the wrong tree, Dave.
Hello and welcome to Talking It Out, the unscripted comedy talk show where a panel of dysfunctional media personalities dissect the week's news. My name is Dave Coffey. I'm joined in studio by shock newspaper journalist Brian Kilbird.
Present and correct.
Independent TD Shawnee Sutcliffe.
Dave.
Social media influencer Sarah O'Crilly.
Ansha.
And former pop singer turned activist Trina McFarter.
Hello.
In celebrity news this week, Pamela Anderson has divorced her husband of 12 days after he paid off her $200,000 debt. Shawnee, I'll come to you since you're already very vocal about this.
100%, Davey.
I know you're a big Pam fan.
Oh, yeah.
Has George Hook rang you back?
George is obviously over the moon. I could hear the sherry on his breath nearly. And George was like, what do we do, Shawnee? We'll have to go over and make a big bust. And I was like, George, I don't know. We got in trouble before. And he was like, come on, it's now or never. I don't care if I live or die. George wanted to head over to Los Angeles and track her down, you know, and say, pick one of us, you know. Because in his eyes, it's either me or him who's going to get her.
Who do you think she'd choose?
George.
Why?
He's just got the charm.
She'd pick George. I know she would, because when I heard George in that impression, the way George was talking about Pamela, I'm very aroused now.
Even just hearing his impression
hearing
of George.
him as George.
Well, you should hear it from the horse's mouth.
I wish George would talk about me like that. Harumph.
The authors of a new book about Donald Trump claim that the president has an unusual obsession with badgers, apparently interrupting important White House briefings to inquire about the woodland creatures.
I just think people are being too negative and down on him, and the casting aspersions like he's some kind of fucking weirdo. He's not. It's like saying that my dad's a pervert because he loves hunting and he likes to sleep with our Springer Spaniel. And sometimes bring him into the shower with him, and sometimes into the shed. There's never anything weird or fishy or perverted going on, because
well, you have to say that. Well, you have to say there's nothing weird or fishy or perverted going on. In my experience, there's almost certainly.
Guys, we've had family meetings about this. There's absolutely nothing going on with my dad
family
and the dog.
Meetings, yeah.
And
you don't have meetings about nothing.
To be honest with you,
your meetings about perverts.
Don't give me that. There's no smoke without fire. Don't.
There is no smoke
without mirrors, Sarah.
Apart from dry ice.
And the same with Trump and badgers. I'm sure Trump doesn't want to stroke a badger down there.
I don't think anyone thinks that.
Shawnee, you're a farmer as well as a TD,
oh, yes.
a publican, a landlord, an undertaker. What else?
I am an impersonator
of
people from the town.
Who's your best person you do?
This lad, Ben. Now, he's an unfortunate name. His name is Ben Laden.
Okay.
But I do a sort of thing where I pretend that he's, you know, the orchestrator of 9/11.
Oh, right. Yeah.
He doesn't like it.
No. Because he probably got a lot of hassle at the time.
Got a lot of slagging at the time because nobody knew who Bin Laden was until 9/11. That's when he really blew up.
Will you do an
no pun
impression?
intended.
Will you show us?
I mean, you don't know what he sounds like, so...
He speaks like this. How are you doing, folks? My name is Ben Laden. I'm going to blow up the Twin Towers, so I am.
You are a farmer as well.
I am indeed.
Are badgers an enemy to farmers or politicians?
Both, actually.
Yeah.
And badger baiting is quite popular where we're from.
What does that involve?
Well, you sort of dress up your dog in a sort of a female badger's outfit, and you put like a little dress on him. And you basically, the dog sort of hunts out the badger, and then you just smash him on the head with a shovel.
Well, why does the dog need to be dressed up as a female badger if they're fighting?
Just a bit of crack. I mean, have you ever put makeup on a dog?
No.
It's funny.
Just on that, on the Trump thing.
Yes.
I think he's getting a bit of a hard time for
I think the same.
This, because like we all make associations with people that we see. You know, when I look at you, Dave.
Yes.
I start thinking about grey whipped ice cream would look like and what it would taste like, because your hair is like a squashed whipped cone with grey ice cream. And I'm here every time we're recording going, What flavour would grey ice cream be?
It's very distracting.
Would it be...
Kind of a
I know they have
silvery
charcoal.
taste.
Would it be tea? What?
Metallic.
Elephant?
This week, Garda Commissioner Drew Harris called for legislation to allow for a backdoor key to encrypted messaging services like WhatsApp and iMessage.
We wiretapped the confession box in our church because somebody had defaced a statue in the town of my grandfather. And we knew it was probably a child because it was quite crude.
Well, what did they do?
They just threw a big pair of tits on him.
Mm.
And
Normally they go for a willy.
yeah, well, that's why we thought it might be a girl. So we tapped the confession box. We didn't tell the priest this. And it ended up the stuff that the priest was saying in the confession box was actually far worse than defacing a statue. And our priest got arrested, Dave. I mean...
That's a good outcome?
No, it wasn't, because he was a lovely man. And now he didn't serve any time. He was just moved down the road. I think he was sent to Boston, actually.
Storm Dennis has hit the country, bringing heavy rainfall and flooding.
I like when a storm has a woman's name.
You like when a storm has a woman's name?
Yes. Just the jokes down the pubs.
Why? Like,
well, did you get a blow off Sandra? And I'd say, yeah.
It's the one joke, is it?
Yeah. Any others?
Well, we don't have a telly in the pub anymore, so we have to make our own entertainment. Yeah, well, there's the blow one. Did you get a blow off Sandra today? I did. And she was
Was Sandra wet?
Sandra was very wet today. There you go. Like, there's dozens of jokes.
yeah, dozens, literally dozens. Ahead of Valentine's Day, the Gardaí issued a warning about what they called romance fraud. In 2019 alone, 75 cases saw people duped out of over €1 million.
It's not always the person being scammed that's the victim. Sometimes the scammer is the victim. Sheila really doesn't pay her way at home, right? She pays rent and board and money towards the bills. But the anguish is priceless. The only way I've been able to milk her for every penny she's worth is through scamming. So I'm this Spaniard called Jesus.
But
Jesus.
what justification is Jesus using to ask for all this money? What does he need
Jewels.
it for? He needs it to buy jewels?
That's right. And she loves that. She loves this idea that there's a glamour man.
So she's expecting Jesus to arrive over someday just dripping in jewels, head to toe. And that's her dream,
Like a
I guess.
magpie's wet dream.
Brian, I want to come to you because it seems like you, I don't know, sympathise maybe with the victims in this situation?
Yeah,
or
you
no?
tend to hate women.
I'll tell you a little story about catfishing and fake profiles.
Yeah.
When I was a married man, I set up a fake profile because I thought my wife was having feelings for other men. And there's a guy in work that I thought she fancied Steve in her work. So I started pretending to be Steve. And then they bonded so much. And I could have felt that I'd fallen in love with her again.
Oh, it's like an episode of Black Mirror.
And then one day I came home and she said, Brian, I'm leaving you. I found someone else. And I said, is it Steve? But it wasn't Steve. It was some other lad she'd been shagging on.
Oh, she's been juggling a few
Yeah.
boys in the
Oh,
same
yeah,
time.
yeah.
yeah.
Did you ever find out what she thought of Stephen after you'd been him for a while?
He turned out he was gay. And she knew he was gay all along. She just thought he was just been a real sounder.
Would she not have chatted to Steve in work and gone, oh, that thing we were talking about last night?
Things got pretty steamy.
said, let's not talk in work
about this.
because we
Foolproof
could
plan.
get us in trouble with
kinda-
HR.
Even though
Harry
he was
Redknapp.
gay and she knew that.
No, she didn't actually know that until she grabbed his lad in a work environment, and he goes, "Not for me, thanks. I smoke at a pink pipe."
Where was he from?
Dundalk.